and welcome to Memory 189 of the WDW-Memories podcast. My name is Lou, and I'll once again be your host as we take this journey into another Walt Disney World memory. Let me first begin by apologizing for not posting a new memory in quite a long time, and really falling off of my cadence over the past 6 months. I've been very busy with family, church, holidays, travel, new pets, kids programs, personal health, and other many projects, just to mention some of the reasons. But I do hope to get back to sharing those Walt Disney World memories at a regular interval once again, and I'm hoping today is that start. One more exciting piece of news since we last talked. My extended family is finally going to be taking that Disney cruise we've been wanting to do for so long. That's right, I'm doing something different than Walt Disney World for our summer vacation this year. Instead of heading to the beach and over to Disney World for a day, this Labor Day week we'll be doing a 4-night Disney cruise in the Caribbean. We have our rooms reserved and are pulling together the plans now, and we're doing it all on our own, no travel agent. Though if you've got some ideas on Disney cruising, do you have some suggestions for day trips for me and my family, please email me at podcast@wdw-memories.net and help me out. All right, all the housekeeping's done. Let's get back to our memory. As before, the cool morning at the end of January 2015 gave way to a warmer but still overcast day. We're at the end of our week-long trip to Walt Disney World with my extended family, and it's been a great time. The trip really just couldn't have been more amazing. We'll join this memory as you remember as we just finished watching the Festival of the Lion King, and our family has a little more time before we need to leave. So we still haven't ridden the quintessential Disney Animal Kingdom attraction. It's a perfect way to finish off our day here. So we'll grab our strollers and head further into Africa to catch a ride on the Kilimanjaro safaris. The line at this point of the day isn't very long, so we'll only have to wait for about 10 minutes or so. We'll climb aboard our vehicle and be whisked away on our 2-week safari trip. Our tour guide is good, and she doesn't miss a beat. I love how she even gets excited when we pass the lions and the male decides to roar a bit. You'll hear the lion also, so make sure you listen for that roar a few times as we get just past him. Our guide will really point it out to you. At the end of the ride, we'll begin to make our way out of the park. My extended family will split up and we'll start heading towards the cars. My family will stick around for a little bit. We'll visit various animal exhibits, seeing the saddlebill stork, porcupines, macaws, flamingos, kangaroos, river otters. You might even get to hear them squeaking a little bit. And a Peruvian shark catfish. After visiting the exhibits and taking a few family photos, looking a little more closely at the animals on the Tree of Life, we'll finally make our way out of the park with what's left of the crowds. This will bring an end to our day at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I hope you've enjoyed reliving my memories as we got to experience all that the Animal Kingdom had to offer at that time. Next time, and yes, there will be a next time, we'll start a new memory. A more recent one, one from last September, in fact, when my family was in Florida for a week at the beach, and we slipped over for a single day and visited both the Magic Kingdom and Epcot. As always, you can find out how to contact or follow me, find out more about the show, see photos and videos, and of course support the show on our newly redesigned WDW-Memories.net website. That's right, the sign has been updated, and it's much more mobile friendly. Please come by and check it out. Tell me what you think. Thank you to those of you who are leaving reviews on sites like iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. This helps increase our visibility and provides people with an idea of how good the podcast really is. Today's memory is in binaural once again, so I'd suggest putting on those headphones to fully immerse yourself in the memory. Now sit back, relax, close your eyes, and come with me as we finish out our day at Disney's Animal Kingdom with a ride on that quintessential animal attraction.
I broke it. I hope not. I don't think I've never gone during the day. Susie, look up. Ostrich. You see how to say it though? Hey, wake up. No sleeping. You, wake up. No sleeping. Look, there's the crown crane right there. Or Fraser.
Cheetahs and lions are killed for their coats. And antelope and gazelle are trapped in snares. Their meat illegally sold. It is my job to protect all the animals of this reserve.
Alright, come here, dude.
Please join me through
Is that a truck that rolls?
Hello everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari. Before you begin your trip, you should know that the unpaved roads of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve has rough and rugged terrain. You may experience bumps and sudden jolts of safari adventure. To ensure a safe and pleasant trip, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure, heart, back or neck problems, motion sickness, or other conditions that could aggravate by this adventure. Expected balance should not rise. Once on board the safari transport, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet and legs inside, and remember to watch your children. Your transport will be arriving shortly. Aside from that, enjoy your adventure at Kilimanjaro Safari.
You alright, Kathy?
Do you want me to go with Kathy? I can take you. Are you sure?
Yeah, go with them.
I'm not worried.
Here, everybody.
We've gotten to ride by ourselves a couple times. We've gotten to ride by ourselves multiple times. They get to have me chaperone them.
Oh, hold on. We got separated. We got separated. There you go. Here, everybody, welcome, folks. So welcome aboard. Watch your steps, slide all the way across those rows. Everyone get nice and close. Pretend you like each other.
Here we go. How are you doing? We're all fine. Hey,
Alright, folks, you're want to watch your hands and feet on the right. Those doors will be closing momentarily.
see all the animals we're gonna get to see? Look, up there.
See the list
Yeah,
up
no, I
top
see
there,
they
all
are
the
close.
pictures up there. Those are the ones we hope to see.
Thank you, Warden. As we say out here in Harambe, folks, Twin Day, which means let's go! Well, Jumbo, everybody. Jumbo does mean hello in Swahili, so Jumbo. Jumbo, my name's Stacy. I'm going to be your driver for our 2-week photo safari. That's right, you heard me, a whole 2 weeks. Sure hope you didn't have any plans if you did then. Oh well. A couple of safety things before we get going. I do need everyone to please remain seated at all times. That especially includes kids, so parents, please don't lift them high up into the air like they're Simba. Make sure you hold on tight to all your personal belongings. I'm not allowed to stop for anything to fall out the sides. So if it's important to you, like your camera, cell phone, your child maybe, you might want to hold on tight. I also can't stop for every single animal out here, folks. So if you have a camera, I would set it to a sports or action mode, anything with the high shutter speeds. That way, while I'm moving, you can still get some nice photos even if I can't stop. And lastly, folks, yes, I promise lastly, keep those hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the truck at all times. Got lots of rough brush around us here, and sometimes rough brush has thorns, and thorns are really never any fun. Not really. So parents, make sure kids are trying to grab a painful souvenir, because that will literally not be a fun trip home. That's much waiting for clearance from my ward before we're going to head out into the reserve. Keep a quick look above your heads. We're going to find the game spotting guide. That's up there to help you identify any of the animals you can find out here. Let's get this thing rolling. We're going to be starting off our 2 weeks here in the Little Aturi Forest. The animals that live here have a very natural camouflage, making it pretty hard to see them. So keep your eyes peeled and cameras at the ready. You never quite know where the animals are going to pop out of. But it's my first animal there on your right-hand side, folks. Look straight up the hill. Now they press the bamboo. That animal is the okapi. With those striped legs, you might think the okapi is a relative of the zebra, but it is in fact the only known relative of the giraffe. You can kind of see it in the face there. Further along in the back there, that small black animal laying out is the yellow-backed diker. Diker is an Afrikaans word meaning diver, and what that animal does when it's scared, it dives down low into the forest, lets out a high-pitched scream, and starts running. Not very subtle, but it works. And to our left-hand side is something very, very exciting. It's water. I'm kidding. You know, watering holes like these are actually important social gathering spots for the animals of the forest. It's areas like these where you might find black rhino. And I say might because they are unfortunately highly endangered. There's only around 5,000 left in the world today, and that's all due to poaching for their horns. And you know, the sad thing is, their horns aren't even made of anything good. They're not made of ivory like an elephant's tusk. They're actually made out of stuff called keratin, the same stuff used to make your hair and fingernails, which is why if a rhino loses its horn, it actually will grow back. It just takes a while, about a couple years. The reason why these horns are so valued is because a lot of cultures believe these horns have medicinal values, but trust me, they're as useful for curing your aches and pains as your own fingernails. It's just to say, yeah, not so much. So do me a favor, next time you get a headache chewing your fingernail, let me know how that goes. Spoiler alert, it's not going to work very well. Oh, we got some antelope here on your left-hand side, folks. First off, these cinnamon-colored antelope here are the bongos, known as the ghosts of the forest because they are so rarely seen. Further up the way, the kind of grayish antelope are the greater kudu, the second tallest antelope in all of Africa. We're heading over now for Safi River, home to the Nile hippos. And hippos are, of course, some of the larger animals in Africa. When born, the calves weigh around 85 pounds, and full-grown males will tip the scale at over 5,000. And as we make this bend here, you want to keep your eyes on the water. Hippos will spend most of their days submerged. They'll come out at night to eat around 150 pounds of food. Oh, but folks, I got a hippo out of the water, coming up on your right-hand side. From the bank, let me just scoot down the road here.
Way up to the front.
Hippo right there on your right-hand side, folks. Yeah, you don't realize how big hippo is till you see one out of the water. But this is how they spend their days. Eat, swim, sleep, rinse, lather, repeat. Not a bad life, you ask me. And here on our left, you're going to find a whole bunch of pelicans here. These are the pink-backed pelicans. They get their name because, well, during mating season, their back turns pink. It's a very appropriate name, I know. A group of them like this are known as a pod of pink-backed pelicans. Say that 5 times fast, I dare you, it's near impossible. So I guess it's looking for me to go forward just a little bit more here before I keep on moving.
There's a
Traffic, it's the worst kind of traffic, let
there's a
me tell
walking
you.
tour
Oh, really?
Trust me, I'm from Los
you can
Angeles.
actually take.
Here we go, folks. Check it out on your left. You'll find Nile
it's recently built.
crocodile. Now, these are very powerful animals, folks. They have a biting pressure of 2,000 pounds per square inch. They can quite literally break the bones of their prey in one bite. And they're about 20 feet long as a giraffe is tall.
You see it, Mikey?
But you know what? They always look kind of hungry to me. Let's just say after a while, crocodiles, as we are out of here. Alright, over completely different ecosystem and completely different animals.
What is she trying to give me?
I'm just thinking we better. Let's look.
Speaking of completely different, here on our right you'll find the ancient Theobald tree. Now it's also known as the upside down tree due to the fact that its branches kind of look like roots. And I wasn't kidding when I said ancient, it'll grow to be around 2,000 years old.
That's a fake face.
Now this here is one of my personal favorite views on the whole reserve. The Serengeti grasslands here in East Africa stretch for hundreds of miles and serve as the superhighway for millions of migratory animals each year. It's also home to some of our more popular animals like lions, elephants, and giraffes. This here is the wild Africa we're working so hard to protect. And believe it or not, folks, the landscape you see here, we actually haven't touched any of this. It's all made by the animals that live here. See, elephants kind of act like bulldozers. They'll knock down these trees that get to the leaves on top. Giraffes with the pruning shears eat the lower leaves on these trees. And these tall grasses would be a whole heck of a lot taller if it weren't thanks to zebras and antelopes. They'd be the lawnmowers. And little nibblers like gazelles and warthogs will do the trimming around the edges. Because really, in a balanced ecosystem, there's enough food for everybody. And surrounding us here, you'll find these tall spires of earth. You might look at these and wonder, what in the world? Well, these are termite mounds. Made of mud and dirt, they've been baked in the sunlight to become hard as concrete. Elephants like to use these as scratching posts, and once they've been worn down, animals like antelopes and gazelles will hop on top in order to use them as a lookout post to see if there's any predators lurking in the tall grasses.
The walking tour, they take you up there for a snack.
I was up there on your right hand side. A couple of different animals. Let me just scoot down the way here. We'll get some photos. Hold on.
Okay, separately for that. 100 and something a person.
Oh, I see the giraffe.
Alright, a whole bunch of animals out here on your right hand side, folks. First up, you're going to see these gray animals up there. They would be the white-bearded wildebeest. Now it's got some big tan animals up there. That's the Paris New Zealand. Folks, we'll get to the giraffe. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it later. Just make sure everyone's got to stay seated. For folks, everyone's got to stay seated. Thank you. Those wildebeest there, actually, is an Afrikaans word meaning wild beast. Very appropriate name for that animal. They're part of the largest migratory herd in Africa. In fact, when their babies are born, they're up and running within the first 15 minutes of life, or else they are left behind. It's a hard enough life. Don't cry, baby, don't cry. It's okay. We'll get there, I promise. Yeah, well. Sadly, I do too. Alright, but there on your left hand side, of course, got the world's tallest land mammal, the giraffe.
Over here.
Yep,
In
they're
the trees.
huge, around 18 to 20 feet tall each.
Mikey.
When they're born, they're already about 6 to 7 feet tall, already pretty massive. A whole bunch over here on your left. We just kind of skip forward here.
You can rent a private tour as well.
Now, some well-known fun facts for you about giraffes. They actually give birth standing up, making it a very long way to fall. A group of them standing still like this are known as a tower, and they will spend around 14 hours of their day eating. They are chronic snackers, and yet only half an hour asleep. Just the 1 power nap, and they are good to go. Now, wouldn't that be great? Up on your right-hand side, folks, you're going to find those big giant cattle there, those big giant horns. Those are the Ankole cattle. The horns are huge, around 6 feet long, with a circumference of 20 inches at the forehead. We're head over now for Monkey Point and Elephant Country, so keep those cameras at the ready. Monkey Point is named for the group of mandrills that have made it their home. Mandrills are the largest monkeys in Africa. The dominant males around 100 pounds beach, but they are very shy. So keep your fingers crossed, we might be able to see some. Maybe. Just maybe. Folks on your left, you can just spot a man there through the trees. Kind of look, they got a couple of them right through the trees there. There's been an awkward spot for a photo, but we'll see what we can do here.
Oh,
There, you just kind of see him there. Those on your right-hand side, you can spot the bull African elephant on your right. You can tell that's a boy really because he's, well, by himself. It's the females that will stick together and form herds. Men like to live on their own, although they might form smaller bachelor groups, but on the whole, they're pretty antisocial. Full-grown male like that one's going to be around 14,000 pounds, 7 tons, and he will eat 300 pounds of food a day. The truck in front of me, go forward just a little bit more here. No, they keep on moving. Let's see. Here goes. They're almost there, though. There they go. All right, let's keep going. Then we're heading deeper into elephant country, but to get there, we first have to cross over this kind of sketchy-looking bridge. Yeah, I know it looks bad, but don't worry. I've crossed over it hundreds of times. It'll be fine. It's sturdy. It'll hold. Oh, that's new. Weird noises are now generally not a good sign for a bridge. Well, I'm sure glad I'm not the bridge with that truck behind me. Hey, deal with it.
zebras.
Alright, folks, well, you can definitely tell elephants have come this way. You can see indentations of their tusks here in the clay walls. The elephants love to eat this red clay for its beneficial nutrients. Now, don't be fooled, both male and female African elephants will grow tusks. However, it's because of these tusks that the elephants are so in danger. They're, of course, made of ivory, which is highly valued on the black market, which has made these animals prime targets for poaching. And unfortunately, once an elephant loses their tusks, they are never growing back. Now, I can sometimes get a radio station out here. Let me see what I can do. An elephant's childhood does last 15 years. It's the longest of any animal species, second, of course, to us humans. But an elephant's pregnancy lasts 22 months. Even worse, brand new baby elephant is 250 pounds. Yeah, not much fun. Don't sign me up. You'll find a flock of crater flamingo. No, they're not better than any other kind of flamingo. That's not why they get their name. They get that name because they are the tallest flamingos in the world. They also have the lighter shade of pink to their feathers. Now, they get their coloring from their diet. They mostly brine, shrimp, and other water creatures that are high in the vitamin beta-carotene. This vitamin that gives their feathers that lovely shade of pink. And a group of flamingos like this are actually known as a flamboyance. And that's how it's proper name.
Y'all see the elephant behind it?
Alright, Bill's gonna head over now for white rhino country. Now, white rhinos used to be our biggest success story, but sadly that's no longer the case. Those horns are, of course, still highly valued on the black market, and because of that, poachers have become well-financed, and they're able to afford much more sophisticated weapons and technologies, making it very difficult for us to protect those animals, which is sad, really, because rhinos are very sweet. I mean, yeah, they're big and tough, but they can be big sweethearts when they want to be. They just have to want to be first. Not seeing any wet rhino around here though, but that's honestly A-okay. They have a huge space to move around. We'll continue down the road here to see if we can find any. Whoa, folks, check out here on our left-hand side, folks, on the rocks, you'll find the cheetah. And I'm going walking, stalking along there, one right there on the rocks.
One walking, one sitting up there on the
Cheetah
rocks.
on the rocks, anybody?
You see him up there, Mike?
Anyone order a
Susie.
cheetah on the rocks? Now, cheetahs are, of course, the fastest land mammals. They'll sprint around 60 miles an hour. As they sprint, they're not really long-distance runners. They get tired out pretty easily. They have superior eyesight, though, while entering the day rather than group of cheetah? Well, they're actually known as a coalition. Yeah, don't ask me, I have no clue why. That's the more cheetahs up there on your left, and 2 more.
Stretching.
Ooh, base ridge. They're just big kitties with really big claws. So don't say here, kitty, kitty. Actually, many of you actually have cats. You know, cats' claws do recede back to their paws. Yeah, theirs do not. Theirs are all the time. So you really do not want to say here, kitty, kitty. I got straight ahead to find this tall stone structure here. This is known as a kopie. Copies like this can be found throughout the savannah, and predators like to hang out here because it provides them a great view of the whole reserve. And you know what? I think I saw a predator. Let me swing around
up there.
here.
Look
I
up.
see a truck, that's for sure. Yep, look up there, folks. It's the lion.
Lila.
Now, lions are basically big house cats. They actually lounge around 18 to 20 hours in a day. They're really only active around 4 hours at night, which will do their hunting. And it's the females who will do the hunting for the pride. The men will stay behind to protect the rest. In case any rivals try to come and collect their territory. Also got some females all the way in the back there. Oh, let's go up the roads if we can grab them. To our right,
Oh,
folks,
yeah,
you can
there
just
you go.
spot some zebra. Don't worry, we'll scoot down the road. We'll see him again in a little bit here. Don't you worry. He's still up there. He's enjoying that breeze. That's a very big kitty. He's like, you talking about me? You talking about me? Yeah, actually I am. Now, I'm sure you all know that one song, something about how like the lion sleeps tonight. I remember some Wimba was, not quite sure about it. That song is actually a giant lie. They do sleep during the day, not the night, and they live in the savannah. If they're in the jungle, that'd be a massive problem, seeing as that's not their ecosystem. But you know what? It's a good song. We'll forget it forever. 2 females up there.
Look up there, Mikey.
Alrighty, I thought I saw it run off here somewhere on our left. Yep, folks, in the back. It's wait. Did you hear that? That was the lion. That's him right there. I promise you, he doesn't do it very often, so that's definitely him. We missed it. Darn, I always just miss it. No. I'll turn your left, folks, about the warthog. Where was the warthog? We got so distracted by the lion.
Up in the
Where'd
back.
the warthog go?
Up back.
Is it back there? Yeah, there it is. Up the hill in the back, folks. No, they're the world's largest burrowing mammals. They'll make their burrows in their snouts and legs, go into them backwards, their tusks face out to scare away any potential predators. Boy, is that distracting.
Oh,
Yes,
here
we
comes
hear
the other
you.
one.
I know, I'm trying to see him. You can't see him from here, unfortunately.
Oh, here's the rhinos.
miss-
Look.
Yeah, he's singing the song we were still about earlier. Oh no, it's the right, folks. Of course,
Lila.
got the white rhino. Also got on the left those big bird eggs in the ground. Those be the ostrich eggs, the world's largest bird eggs. And then you have the zebra on your right, folks. So white rhino and zebras all around. The white rhinos are
rhino.
much bigger. They're huge, around 5,000 pounds. They can run 40 miles an hour, which is why a group of rhino is so appropriately named a crash. And as for those zebras may seem really sweet and docile, but don't be fooled. They actually have enough power in their back legs to break a lion's jaw. And they are more than capable of protecting themselves in a fair fight.
It's a big scrambled egg.
I ride over now into Magadi Glen, the newest area of our reserve. It's home to the Addicts. Those desert ants live across the road there on your right. They're very interesting animals. They actually don't have to drink a single drop of water in their whole lives. They get all the water they need for the food they eat, but they are very, very rare. There's only around 300 left in the wild, and that's all due to poaching for their horns. Out the Illinois, you'll find some birds. Those are the yellow-billed storks. They have a wingspan of around 5 feet long, and they're actually carnivorous. But you know, folks, we've seen a lot of animals out here, and a lot of them, like those addicts, are incredibly endangered. But there's lots you can do to help, and honest, it's all simple. Even just recycling your old cell phones and laptops is a huge help. The ores that are used to make those devices are mined in Africa, in areas where these animals, and particularly elephants, live. And this forces the animals to leave their homes and to move into areas areas that are inhabited by humans. Now, while it might sound kind of cool to have an elephant as your next door neighbor, it's really not. It can be very dangerous for both elephants and humans alike. And even just supporting your local conservation organizations, just educating yourselves and others is a huge help. As they say, the more you know. In fact, we've invited scientists here to study the African elephants and how they communicate in order to better understand how they interact and what they need to survive so we can help them. Alrighty, well, it's amazing how 2 weeks will just fly by out here. But sadly, our safari is at an end. I'm going to drop you off at the Warden's Post, and from there it's a quick walk back to the Harambe village. Now here in Harambe, we don't ever say goodbye to our safari buddies. It's really far too sad and far too final. So instead we say an old Swahili phrase, Kwaherini, which means to go well. So Kwaherini, everybody.
Kwaherini.
Perfect. And once again, folks, thank you so much for joining me here these past few weeks. And for any wilderness explorers on board, the name of the truck is Simba 1, S-I-M-B-A 1. And folks, make sure you got all those personal belongings. You don't want to leave anything behind unless it's shiny. Then please do. Hey, Jumbo Warden. Holding. Kwaherini, everybody.
Worse on my neck than anything else.
Are you okay?
Jerking your back and forth.
Oh, there's Aunt Mickey.
So is it Discovery Island on the way out?
Yes.
Otter is the other one too? Was it Otter to Discovery Island?
Something like that, yep.
What are you guys gonna do right now? You're heading?
There's a couple of exhibits, animal things that you can walk up to around the Tree of Life.
Oh, okay.
We'll do a little bit of that and start making our way out. It's 4:30.
Yeah.
We've done all the attractions.
Front, but you want to shop or what do you?
Yeah, I just wanted to go to a store up close in front. Just go to probably.
There's some.
Yeah, get there.
I think it's called a saddle bill stork. What are you feeding it?
Fish and a few mice.
Ooh, nice. Stand up, Mikey. Stand up, quick, quick. You see him, Suze?
What is that?
Him holding a fish?
It's called a saddle-billed stork. Watch him. He's going to just pop it in his throat.
With some of the larger larger fish, he likes to take it to the water and drink as he eats it and kind of wash it off. With the smaller fish, he'll just swallow them whole. And if they're really big, you know, some days we get really
You see him
big
go?
trout, he'll like break them on the water and rip them apart. They can. They don't really like to swim, but they do like to be in shallow water like this. And realistically, if he wanted to, he could probably get around that bridge, or he can go that way. But we try to give him everything he really wants right here. So this is his little territory, and he like wants to be. More or less. They will have as a mated pair, they will have an area.
Susie, he's coming back up. Can you see him?
But they will move around with group, and they will accept others in their territory. So it's
Watch.
not a hard and fast rule like with some other animals. There's semi-nomadic. So.
What kind of bird is that?
Yep, he's a saddle-billed stork. He's a large wading bird from all over Africa. And it's just dinner time. When I'm banging this lid here, I'm asking him to step on the wooden platform there. No. And the reason that we have him do that is you know, two reasons. One, so I can bring him up and get a good look at him every day. That one had his vitamins in it, so.
That one had his vitamins.
Yeah, he didn't like those.
He knew? That's why he threw it down?
I think so.
Just like a kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
The other reason that we
Flamingo
have him step
cod.
on the platform, once a week we'll hide a scale under there, and we'll get his weight.
It's pretty cool. You want to go see if we find some more animals?
You saw that? Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's
Come here, Suze.
that's a
Come on, Suze. You tell me what else we can find. Come on. Ooh, I see a lot of people standing around this one. Let's find out. Come on. Oh, this is the painted stork down here. This is your porcupine. Nope, they're moving around up there in the back. Susie, look back in the cave.
Oh, there they are.
It's porcupines.
Pokey.
All sorts of quills on them.
Oh, pokey. Super duper pokey.
Oh wow, I see it.
Pokier than a cat. Like
You
one of
find
these
them
things.
Mm-hmm.
Pokier. A lot pokier.
Water.
Should we go see what else we can find?
Oh no, it's gone.
Well, we're
I said straight back.
we're kind of meandering and seeing where it goes, but that's a good thing to know that way. Oh, I see an animal in the tree. I think so. Tapir. The backside of water. I think this is the out exit from the movie. The bugs. See? Bug eyes go there. Oh, I didn't see this guy. Did you see him earlier? Yeah. Did you see the Susie?
What's that?
Chipmunk? This is the flamingos. Oh, and a kangaroo. This sign says flamingo.
Hello, are you guys looking
Yeah. We saw on here somewhere there's some otters.
There are. Let me get situated. Yeah. So if you take a right out of this little path, I think it might be the next
One or
of
two.
these. Yeah, there's a couple different entrances to it. There's one that's kind of ground level, and then there's one underneath where you can kind of see the big fish.
Okay.
And the otters. They're really, really cute. If they're out, you should definitely take a peek. They're maybe my favorite. I have a hard time picking favorites, but they're
Sounds good to us.
They look taller and skinnier than the ones at ours. Although we have a lot of wallabies, right? at our
We have
zoo.
wallabies. We don't. These are actually kangaroos, right?
yes, they are. These are red kangaroos.
Susie, do you see how tall the kangaroo is when it was standing up? It's taller than you. It stood up a minute ago. Can you see the kangaroos, baby?
They are pretty tall. I think the males can hit.
Please don't drop Dory.
I think it's like 6 feet and change. They can be pretty tall when they're standing straight up.
How old are these? Most of these.
These ones range a little bit. Most of them are juveniles, so 3-ish. So most of them aren't mature yet.
Is that why they look a little leaner?
Yeah, that's not necessarily leaner. These guys across the board are on the lean side, but that's why the coloration is a little bit different. The coloration kind of changes with their maturity.
They become a little redder.
What was that?
They become redder.
Yes, they do.
Apparently this one's hips are mature.
Just as
How many are back there?
I believe there are 7. There might not be
How
7
did
out
they
right
get
now.
up to that point? Is that also back around if we keep going around? we
Oh
get-
yes, if you follow this path around, it's the next path that goes.
Okay, so we might be able to see down into them a little bit
Yeah,
better.
usually I see people up there having an easier time seeing them, especially when it's hot out.
And they're hiding back there.
On the other side, where there's kind of a dip in the ground, and it's a little bit cooler.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you so much for the info.
You're very welcome.
Oh, they're right here.
Don't have any fun. No fun for you.
They're out and running around.
Very bad to play with. They're dangerous. Well, actually, we could, if we go by them, we could get dangerous. We could get hurt really badly.
They got teeth.
Well, if they feel like you're threatening them, they can hurt you.
Two of them.
They're so cute. Seriously. It's like an otter.
Yeah, she does. She loves
You say, is that them squeaking?
Are they cute?
Yeah, they're kind of
Somebody wants to play.
You want to play?
If you wanted to play with the other one, he's going to roll over.
That's why that's so bigger.
Yeah. We haven't seen him in a while, though.
They come by.
He's like hyper.
Look at the size of the fish down below you, Trace. Right just below you.
He wants to play.
Big enough so the others won't eat him.
Look at those possums are too big for them to eat, huh? Right?
No, they're so cute. These fish I don't know about.
You used to have a tail like them?
Yeah. Behind you.
What an otter-tail. That's Travis. Travis had an otter.
Ready? All right, Susie Q. They're not doing a whole lot though. They're just hanging out.
And he's a teeth, Travis.
They're right there.
They're sitting up on the rock back there. Let me slip by. Excuse me.
You see them now? I'll take its feet down. There they are.
Yeah, you can circle it. You can mark them off on your phone. On the edge of the water.
I want to see if one goes through.
Did you find an oyster shell?
That's the life. This is clean. That's we have to pretend we got it back.
No, we don't have to.
Boy, we saw a bat. No. We saw a bat in there.
See that big fish, Mikey? There's a big fish swimming at you. Yeah, the itty bitty fish. Whoa.
Oh, wow. He's as big as Mikey. Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Whoa, look at the size of that catfish.
Whoa! Big as Mikey.
The Peruvian shark catfish gets its name from the shark-like dorsal fin that cuts through the water. They are found through the Southeast Asia and can grow up to 6 feet. He's swimming right at you, Mikey.
That's as big as Mikey.
They can grow up to be 6 feet long, taller than Daddy, and weigh 650 pounds.
Oh, holy cow. I'm 40 pounds.
You're 40 pounds.
Mikey,
Not play.
you're 40.
You do lost it.
I don't know. It looks like a warthog.
Babarusa.
Barbarossa.
I thought we could see if it's there. It's turning around. Wait, no, it's looking like. Ooh, something not like a wild. It's like a wild hog.
Look at it, Suze.
Do you want to see what's back here by the top?
Sure. Come here, Miss Suze. Susie. Come with me. I'm your family.
Mom was going back to Wendy's plane.
You're not in there. Yeah, I don't see him. All right, this way, Suze. It says a rhinoceros iguana. There. In the back.
Where?
What are you looking at? That's not really Western here. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's where's the little box? It looks like a duck, right? All right, this one's over here, Trace. That's the black-necked swans. Oh, and there he is. Just found him.
The rodeo one right here. The pink dome.
Yeah. I just saw him.
Oh, the black-necked swan.
Yeah, this is the black-necked swan. You see the black-necked swan right here? And this is the other one. Right there.
Oh.
Okay. They're up here on the right. See the sign? Susie, what are you Watch out, Suze.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our show. Pray tell, what did you think of it? Great! Let's have a hand for our show.
Bye.
You say bye right into that?
Bye.
Good job.